Hello, and welcome to today's build. Today we are going to be building a noisy bag 14 of the Lion Knight's Castle. And this also means that we are now getting onto the second manual of this build. So we're halfway there. It feels like a very long time because I started this many months ago and I've got distracted along the way. Anyway, quick overview if you've never watched one of my live streams before. Oh, I'm just getting my own phone has started playing to me. That's always good. At least I know the sound. And I'm going to turn my keyboard on just so I don't forget. Right. And I tell you what, assuming I'm doing stuff, I might as well get fully set up with the cameras and everything I'm doing. Right. I'm just also going to check everything looks good. Yeah. Right. We go. So, if you haven't watched one before, you've got the middle window, the big window, this one here, which is going to be showing you exactly what I'm doing in pretty much live. Obviously, this little camera here is me, and then we've got this big camera, which you'll see here, which probably won't react, which is in the bottom right corner, and that's actually what I'm taking the photos of, and that's a 600D, Canon 600D, I could not remember what it was then, which I'm taking the photos on with a adjustable lens, 18 to 35 I believe, all on manual mode. Obviously I've done all my settings before, I won't mess around with any of the settings, it depends build, per camera, per lighting, so much. There's plenty out there, maybe one day I'll do a video on that. Anyway, for this bag 14, we're also having the additional base plates by the looks of it, and I'm going to have a little look through the manual as I go and just, is that in shot? I don't know for the GoPro. I'm just going to tap that. Can't quite get it in shot, but I believe we are now going to be building what I think is sort of a dungeon and a bit of a river, and we'll see. It's probably not going to be the most interesting day. At last, dungeons, what wonderful cells can be made here. What was the barrel for in that original plan? Ah, there we go. So we might even get to bag 15 today. Let's just see how it goes. I'll probably aim to go for an hour, maybe an hour and a half, but we shall see. Depends on how easy everything is. Obviously, current state of the castle, as you can see, we are now leaving this one behind because I believe we're going to start building on the bit that's going to connect over here somewhere, or possibly the other side. It's quite, I can see it on here and I can see it like all folded up and opened, and I can sort of work out where things are going, but at the same time I'm like looking like I'm not 100% sure. So I think today we're building this little section here, but we shall see. Just double checking. So here, right, I'm just gonna do a very risky thing, and I'm gonna move the castle. This actually is not too unstable, but apparently if you pick it up via, like I did on a live stream the other day, sometimes it can break. Nowhere near as unstable as the X-Wing. Right, I'm just going to have a look. Right, so I've got a bit of bag there in shot. I'm just going to take a very nice, clean, white shot. Yeah, so along the bottom, you should... Sorry, I'm just going to double check this is a clean white shot, so ignore me for ignoring everyone. Hey there, Jackie boy, how are you doing? Where was I? Totally throwing myself off there. Yeah, I want a nice clean white shot just to the start, just so then you can see everything coming in, and I want to make sure there's no, so although you probably can't see it in the final edit, there is plenty of dirt and marks from all the previous times I've built Lego sets on here, and it's not very, obviously it would cost me loads of money if I replaced it every time, but you can't see it on the camera. The lighting gets rid of all those marks. I am going to be drinking and eating during this live stream, so apologise if there's noises. Right. Bag 14, here we go. And once again today, I can have the Lego bricks in front of me, which is a real honour. I'm actually, normally, I'll put those ones there. I'm working out exactly where I'm going to put everything. I might put the keyboard here and have the manual on my lap. So I normally have a little tray which is to my left actually, but as of right now I'm not. Just, I don't know if you can actually see that or not. So I'm just opening all the bags, getting all the pieces out. How are you doing today, Jakey boy? Seeing that you've given us a shout hi. Obviously, if you are watching along, please do join in, do shout hi. Feel free to talk about the sets or any other Lego that you have. And let's get cracking. So, I might start very zoomed in. Right. So what I'm doing, looking through the manual, making it nice and pink. So this obviously starts in the green. Little things like this where the plate, and then you've got a plate coming underneath. I'll probably put the lowest point on first. And like this bit where it's going to build itself, where it's built separately, I'll probably build it with, just working out if that's sitting, I think that's sitting on the green plate, isn't it? Yes. So what I'll do is I'll put the green plate down and then this will all build on as one. So it'll build up around here and then build to here. It won't do this bit separately. And then I'll also probably slip that bit underneath. I'll probably slide that bit in and slip underneath. But we shall see as it goes. I might have to stand up, I might sit down, we'll see what happens. One thing I am going to need right now is blue tack. So, one more clean shot, check my camera works. And then what I'm going to do is place this right in the center. Make sure it's completely in focus. And I'm going to zoom in. And then I'm going to put it there. So just off center, just slightly. I know what I'm doing. I'm not actually going to use that photo that I've just taken. I'm going to go back and delete that one. Well, I'm not going to delete it because I pushed the wrong button on my keyboard. Just wondering if I've got a bit too much yellow in here today. Just going to adjust the angle of some of the lighting just to try to get it a bit more white. Just going to also change my messages to all messages so I can see what people are saying. Right, is that better? Let's get that back up and that back up. Nope, not that. That. I need to actually put a second monitor on. There we go. Right. So, apologies. That was probably like, what the hell is going on here? And it's the start is so important, really, just to make sure everything's correct. Because if you don't start well, it's never gonna finish well, is it? Right. Let's move that a bit up there. A bit that way. Yeah, that'll do. Now I'm going to push that down. Now I did previously have stuff sliding in actually, so I might do that again. I never quite follow the instructions when I'm building in stop motion. If you've watched any of my stuff before, you'll know that. And the question I had the other day was how many pictures does it actually take? And it's generally 2 per brick. So everything you see has had 2 photos, which is mad, I will admit. Right. There. Right, let's just line that up. So what is going to happen here is this is going to fly in, and I'm just sort of using the camera lines as a guide here to an extent. Another thing I generally try and do is build back to front. So obviously, they're not completely back to front, but the back of the build first. Right, is anything going underneath that eventually? Let's just skip a few pages forward. Nope, this is going to be a hole apparently. A hole in the set. So that is absolutely fine. And we can put the next brick on. Push that down. I'm just going to have a quick look on my screens. Check. So what I'm checking for is just that everything is really nicely in focus. It's looking really good. And aha. Yeah, and it's looking, sorry, I get myself very quickly, very easily distracted. And you might have noticed as I slide these things in, I do slow up and I do little movements right at the end, and that's just easing in, easing out, which is an animation principle, and it works so well for actually these builds. Now, a question I have got, if you are watching afterwards, please feel free to join in, is what do you think of, he says as he starts to do his trap already, what do you think of the new Viking village set? I spotted it earlier. I have seen it before, but I haven't really paid attention to it yet. I personally think it looks really, really quite cool. I am semi-tempted to get it on the boat, actually. I have looked at the 3-in-1 boat for quite a while. So both are rather tempting right now. Just going to, again, for the end of it, just a couple of slow movements as it connects. So this is completely against how the book is shown to build this. And again, the reason being, I can't, if I build it as per the instructions, it won't make sense to you guys watching the final edit. And it won't look as nice, it won't look as crisp. It won't look like something just built out of nothing. Right, I'm also going to be trying, which is a very risky thing, a new way of doing zooms in this now. So, oh, I just moved it. I didn't want to move it. Might need to put some more glue tack on it. Just going to have a quick look. See how bad that move was. Not terrible. I'll live with it. Just going to check my focus a tad as well. Apologies if you can hear a screaming child. She is refusing to sleep. Right. Next is a tiny flower. There we go. And there we go. Right. I'm going back on this one. So just going to delete those pictures I just took. And the reason being is there's something else which is coming in just after it. So I'm just selecting them. Right, I'm going to leave that piece there. Get get that one ready. Hang on, sorry. Right. What am I actually looking for here? Sorry, I got very distracted by messages. And then there. And again, this slide in, this one's going to be probably a little bit quicker. And what I'm actually going to do is have it attached there. Just because it's easier to not let it move if I do that. And then so I'm just also double checking what's coming next. Right, the angled piece, so this one is going there, and this one is going there. Right, so these two are going to fly in together as well. So yeah, this is quite a big change from what I started doing. It's only, like I said, because I realised how, yeah, how much. So that one's going to connect. This one's still coming in. It's just slowing down. So they are coming in at slightly different speeds when you see this. And then just going to lightly put it there. And this will look good, I hope, in the end. So just to hold this one in place, I am going to put the brick here, which is going here. And we're still fully in shot with all this. I'm quite surprised. I guess the camera is quite far away, actually. Right, and then this little corner piece. Oops. So this is where it gets tricky, you see, because now we've got lots of loose bricks. Nothing's connected down. And, sorry, just replying to messages. Did I take a picture of that one? Yes. Now we're going to push this down. Hopefully it'll look really good. Not too much movement there. And then if I go back in the manual, and this is what takes the time in stop motion, you sort of have a little bit of a plan, you sort of work out a little bit what you're going to do, and then you've got to sort of do it as you go along. Right, so this piece is going to go there, and clip down, hopefully without moving too much. I'm actually going to see how much we did have a little bit of movement there. It just shakes, it'll be fine. So fine that I'm going to take another picture with it slightly there. I can then look at it in post and decide exactly what I want to do. Right. Now to prevent any more shaky, I'm going to move this in. Plus it might hide the fact it shook. So this is the actual angle it was going to be in when you start building it. It sort of shows it at an angle. And as you can see, not everything's really glued down and connected yet, so it'll be interesting to see how that's going to happen in a minute. We then need to put another little green bit in here. A little green flower. Yeah, at this rate, we probably won't get on to bag 15 today. I'll try. I'm going to really try hard, but it has been quite a few minutes already. And we are nowhere near where we need to be. Nothing goes there, so that can go straight on top of there. Oh, a whole lot moved. Right. What I'm going to do is take another photo, and now, because I keep getting a lot of movement, I'm going to put a bit of blue tack under here, sneak it in. Hopefully, that'll just give us a bit more steady on those long pieces, which are causing a bit of issue at the moment. And the reason we don't want movement is because if you've ever watched a stop motion where someone's had movement in it, even if it's an animation and the set moves or something like that, it's horrendous. And obviously when you're building, it's just so noticeable. Alright, so we've already done that. Now we're going to do some rock features by the looks of it and build up the background. So what I'm going to do actually is start at the back and work all the way around here and then come back to the start. So it sort of looks like a nice amount of building. In fact, I'm going to build up the whole back to where it wants to be. And the reason I want to do this is because you won't see this otherwise. It'll be so hidden. It will just become very, very difficult to tell what's actually going on. So probably go quiet for the next minute or two just while I work out all the bricks I need and start to get them in place. And make sure I get them in the right places because that's always so important. And then that one. And a 2x2. Oh look, there it is. Yep. And actually, yeah, that is that bit already built up. That's really quite cool. I'm not 100% sure on the colours that are coming through at the moment. They're not very true to life. I think it's a bit of a reflection. Let's have a bit of coffee. Now, we've got 2 big plates coming in. This might be the point. Might be the point, might not be the point. There we go, nice big blue plate. Assumedly, that will be some water. And we have a grey plate coming in too. And what needs to happen with both of these is they need blue tack, because this has now become a big part of the set and we need to make sure it is stuck down sufficiently so that we don't have any movements. So I'm going to put that back down where it was. Hopefully you won't notice. And then I'm going to get some white tack and put that down here. And this one can go there. Now obviously I can actually build without having to worry. Right. So those 2 are in place. I'll take another photo just to make sure they're in exactly the same place or roughly enough. And then I can continue with the build, continue going. And hopefully now this bit will suddenly become a lot quicker because it's no more sort of bits flying in and out. There is a lot of... So I'm like looking and I'm trying to work out what's going where. So this piece is going here like this. I'm going to leave it zoomed in for the moment. Obviously, I don't know how well you can see the pictures, but it is a piece that's just out of shot. However, that doesn't bother me too much right now, because there's nothing going on there. And at some point, I am planning to zoom out and we'll have it all showing. Right, so now we're going to work backwards. Yes, so again, I'm totally ignoring all the instructions. I'm just doing my own thing right now. If you can tell. There we go. And I think I saw. I did. So these bricks, no, they're the same. These two. So these little bricks where they slide into one another. So that one can go there. He can go down in 2 clicks. And then the one that's going to go into it will go down in 3 clicks. So lower it a little. And I like doing this because it just slows up the build. I'm doing it in 4 actually. It just slows up the build slightly as you're watching, gives you a bit more context to what's happening, and it looks cool. Right, and then we're going to have one of these. And then we need to build up the base again. So back to a couple of pages. And here we go. Let's start building 2 of these. So this will happen now in quite rapid succession, I think. So there we go. And I can just start laying bricks down really quickly. And trying to get them ready early actually. And again, it's 2 of these. So which way around are these 2 going? They're going like that. So this one first. And again, we'll just slow everything up. Put this one down in 4 again, by the looks of it. There we go, our set's starting to actually become a bit more stable and a bit better held. And seeing we've done that one, we're going to do the next brick along as well, just to... that's quite actually in view. That's quite good. It's weird seeing the camera view and my own view are very, very different. But at the same time, I'm trying to think of where the camera's looking. And, oh, so just go straight across. Yes. So there we go. There we go. And that one goes straight across there. Nothing in the back. Nope. A little bit of hidden space there. Right, what next? Some interesting pieces. So that's just normal. This is where you've got to make sure you're looking at the manual. So that's just fairly normal. And then we need to go back and build up that edge. Now I could have started rotating this. I have done a few rotations in the past of this set, but right now I don't think it needs it. Not yet. We'll perk the interest in a little while with some movement and some rotations. Plus it takes a few frames, it takes a bit longer, it slows everything up, which I feel like this part probably just needs a bit of pace behind it. It will end, I mean, ultimately, this is currently 200 photos, so we're probably talking 10 seconds. And 10 seconds is not a lot of time. Here we go. So again, I'm going to build that bit up. I'm going to get the hair off that. One of my cats has decided to somehow get his hair into the sealed Lego bag. And just click that down. And then this next piece should be interesting. 1x3. 1x3. There it is. Right. Now this. So this wants to connect it into this, and then we're going to turn it. So I'm going to put this in like that, and then stop. And then I'm going to put this one, so it's on like that, and keeping in line. Now I'm hoping the stop one is sort of going to look like it's slowly sliding down. And then this is where the challenge is going to come in. I assume, and you should never assume, because of what that spells. Let's just have a quick, just going to minimize this little window and have a quick look. Yeah, that's alright. If anything, that can go down a bit further. Didn't quite realise that. Yes, I'm happy with that. And now I'm going to work out what's going on next. So there is another plate coming in. It is going at the bottom, and it now might make sense to turn this set around a little. Now, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a photo here, and then I'm going to zoom out to there. I'm going to take a photo here. Now the reason being, if I do little bits of zoom as I'm doing other stuff, I found it actually gets a bit too much light, bit stuff happens, and it's really hard to like get it correct. So zoom it out, and I'm going to then digitally zoom. I mean, these are 5K photos, so it's fine. When we put it into 4K, you won't notice the zoom too much. Angel delight. Haven't had that for years. Right. So again, one more photo. And this is what I was on like. This zoom thing is going to be it's a bit of a new to me method. I have sort of done it in the past, digitally zoomed and moved stuff around, but trying to do it, it's the first time I'm doing it with this camera. And again, now doing just small movements, which will be followed by some slightly larger ones as I move the set around. And I'm just trying to get it into a nice position for the camera. And then I'm going to slow up my movements again. What I'm actually going to do is get it in line with the grid line. So I'm watching it on this tiny screen if you can't tell. Oh, just realised that's not up. That won't be updating. And I can always, if this isn't moving fast enough, I can always take like some of it out. I'll push that down because I know there's still some blue tack under there. And just check that it feels solid. Push that one down, push that. Stay down. Alright, one more because I've moved it. And then in comes the final big plate. Now, I'm not sure how much of the base of the next part of the castle this is actually. What I want to do is just make sure that focus is capturing as much as possible. There we go, and the last one. And that's perfect, because now we've got a lot in shot. Obviously I can do the zoom out during the rotation movement. And what I'm going to do is start with this one. So this is in line with this, so I think it's here. Just going to double check. Yep, that looks perfect. And this will really help just hold the set together. You know what, even more? Maybe not. No. Let's do this little piece first that needs to go on the side. Oh, Jesus. Okay. So, just working this out, just being 100% sure of myself before I start laying bricks. There we go. Right. So, it's going to use a ball joint connector to connect these two plates and hold them together. And what that means is we're going to have one of these bricks on the inside. Is that right? Nope, that's going to be on the outside, so that's coming in a minute. You need a plate, a brown plate here. And you can see why. This is moving quite significantly actually as we do this. So what's going to happen, because the other side is the same, I'm just going to start it building off straight away. And hopefully then, as soon as these plates are ready to go, we will be ready to go. So that one can go there, clip down. At the same time, this brown plate can go on, because it's going to be on the same on the other side. Clip down. Oops. Clip down. Right. Boom, boom, boom. What am I doing? I'm looking for this piece that's under here. Right, and this can just twist around slightly. There we go. So that's just clipped itself in. And then we're connected. And hopefully that will stop our movement. Fingers crossed. And just again, speed things up. I'm now going to do two at the same time. And we're going to have these pointing outwards. So the brick faces are pointing away. And another one of those to go on this side. So again, it's just change pace again. I'm going back to one brick at a time. And this pace change just keeps it interesting for you, the viewer, and for me. Right. Now, we have one of those down here just to connect it all. Just going to look really good. One of these here to hold the plates together. I like it when they do lots of connections because it does make you think this set is probably a bit more stable. The X-Wing, UCS X-Wing I built recently, I haven't released the video yet, that is probably coming. This, I keep saying this, but it is actually going to come in the next week or so. I just haven't got there. It's actually ready, I just need to film and sort of an intro piece and an outro piece and just talk about the set really, complain at how much it falls apart every time you touch it, because it is really awful. But I should just start filming it now. It is a lovely, lovely set. I love X-Wings. It's my first ever X-Wing Lego, and I'm really happy with it, how it looks. But I am not happy with how much, if I touch it, it falls apart. Meanwhile, this castle, like I said, I actually started building this in February, and my daughters have played with this already, because obviously it's a bit like a doll's house at the back. And we have had no issues with anything breaking, really. The main one is when I picked it all up. But other than that, nope, nothing at all has caused problems. I don't know what this is. This is some sort of dam or bridge. I love this about Lego. Where sometimes looking at something, you're like, I cannot work out what this is exactly going to be by the end. Right. Can we see the back? We can. So I'm not going to do any movement just yet. What I'm going to do is add in the other one of these. Is this the ramp? Oh, it's the ramp into the castle. Where's the box? Where's the picture? No, what? Oh. Maybe it's another ramp on the back or something. I'm not 100% sure. But let's see. Well, that was really unsuccessful. This piece is coming next. There's kind of a ramp piece. I don't know if you did just see what I just did. I dropped all the tiny, tiny, tiny Lego bricks. You know, the ones you don't want to drop because they're going to be so hard to find. It might have only been about 5. Thankfully, other than the billion wires, my floor, oh, there's one stuck in my drawer as well. The floor is fairly clear. Right, is that all in focus? It's so hard to tell sometimes. Right, how have we got enough space on the side? Again, just sliding stuff in. There we go. Now, how do you build Lego sets? Do you, if you've got a big set like this, do you just sit down and have a mammoth build session? Or you like me and you do it over several nights, going, you know what, I'm going to really enjoy this. I'm going to really appreciate what the creators have done, and I'm just going to build one bag at a time, nice and slowly. Just see how it goes. I do see a bit of discussion about it online, like, oh, you shouldn't build like that, blah, blah, blah. This is the front. This is literally looking exactly like what I saw earlier. Now, I'm a bit worried that we're losing. So we've got everything over to the left of the screen. You know what I'm going to do? There's another rotation. So, whoops, I'm just going to put the manual down for a minute. Because I believe most of the next lot of stuff is happening at the side. Ooh, Hang on. You know what? Bag 15 is looking very tempting right now. That's cool. On the next live stream, you'll get to know what it says about the Wizard Magister, whatever his name is. Magister. Well, I'm just going to take a 2-second break to enjoy some Angel Delight. Right, so let's rotate this. I'm going to loosen everything off. Start some big movements. What I want to hope I can do, obviously I have got the background slightly in the way, and there is a bit of blue tack there we need to get rid of. And this really is stop motion at its simplest. Like moving of objects. And I think what I'm going to do is just stop it there. Very small movements just to finish off. And then we're going to stop. And I'm going to just stand up so I can get some weight under this. Really push it down. Again, I know there's bits of white tack, bits of blue tack under there. I'm going to add some more because they're probably very squished. Oops. Yeah, it's not sticking on there at all. So we're going to add a bit more. And after I've finished, I always obviously lift the setup and I get all of it off. But it's always best to do this straight after a movement because then you won't know. I want that set. I can't read your name, but yeah, the second this set came out, I was desperate for it. I went on the day it was released and I was looking and looking. I didn't actually buy it on release day. I got it for Christmas just after it released. It is, from what I've seen so far, it's beautiful. The minifigures are beautiful. I love castles, so if you want it, I would say get it. Of course, as long as you can afford it. It is also a rather expensive set, but it is awesome. And I can't wait to have this displayed in my lounge. It will... Sorry, I've lost my voice a bit. I'll have a bit of drink. It will look so good. Right. What were we doing? We were going to have... So yeah, that's a lot nicer now, isn't it? Let's get these little bits starting to come in. I think, so in a minute, I've just looked forward to the next bag. There are actually some arches and bits that are going to need to be built. I'm going to leave the manual there for a sec. Right. So we need a space of 2 and then a little one. So that's going to go there, I believe. Oh, no, that's not 2. That's 2. Because there's going to be, yes, 2 little things there. So that's just going to hold that down for now. And then we're going to have the final piece coming in. So really, again, I think we probably did this with the first few bags back in February, March. We're just building a nice big base. And I love this because if you see my old castles, they've just got the very... There is the Royal Knights castle somewhere on my channel. That might be on the main screen at the moment. But you used to get the moulded base plates, which, yes, they were awesome and they lifted the castles up and you needed less pieces. But actually, the way they do sets now, modern sort of, right, we're going to build upwards and you're going to, sorry, concentration face again. And you're going to build your own base and it's so modular and there's so many more bricks. It's just, it makes it fun. At least it does for me. I really want them to properly bring back the castle. Well, I do and I don't. My wallet will be destroyed if they bring back castles, because obviously when I was a kid I said the Lion Knights castle, and you know what? I wanted more and more and more. I needed other factions, I needed people, I needed everything to go with it. Yes, there was no way at that time we were affording that. So nowadays I would probably just ruin myself buying it all. So actually, Lego, please do not release any more castle stuff. It will be so bad for my wallet. And in fact, there's many castles that I've seen and I've got on a wish list on Bricklink, and if I ever see them at a half decent price, or if I see them at a show, I will probably be buying them. There was a show recently, I say recently, earlier this year in Milton Keynes, where I was so tempted by an old castle, but I have responsibilities. So I didn't buy it. Instead I bought a dragon for like £50. But it's fine. The dragon is going into stop motion. In fact, I think all the castles I've selected are ones that include dragons now. I must just have a thing for dragons. Right, did my hand get in that shot? No, it didn't. Thankfully, it did not. I like this. So they've made the water bit, and then they're just taking it away. Why? Why use water tiles and then take them away? I guess it adds to the effect, but it just seems a tad odd. Oh, good. I was panicking there. I saw black corner pieces and no grey ones. I've just found the grey one. Right. It's actually really tempting to crack open the next bag and just ignore the other side of the build at the moment, because I can clearly see that we're coming back to this very shortly. And I don't want to, this bit, I mean it's visible, but I might turn the set again before I build it to keep it in shot. I think I might well do that. I might start bag 15 in a minute. What are we up to? Things it'll be another hour. I've got work in the morning. And I want to do some edits. So we shall see. And my phone's just reminding me I need to put the bins out. Yeah. I am ignoring the instructions again. I'm going to build the other side in a few minutes. Actually, no. Let's step back a few pages. Now, if I put a one here, is that visible? I really probably should look on here. Yes, right. Click that down. You know what? I'm going to add, like, when I do this in the final thing, the final edit. I'm going to add little popping sounds to these. What are these actually supposed to be? Is it like little stepping stones or something? Not 100% sure. Because we've got a few of them. It's like little dark pieces and light pieces. It's like a path within the river. I'm guessing this might be some kind of secret entrance. Looking at this. And I'm sure I saw something about dungeons earlier. So I'm assuming this is a dungeon. There we go, right, so that's that bit. Now we've just got to see how much else we missed. Oh, Mr. Frog is going on one of the... I hate the way they do the frogs. Anyone else find this? Like, frogs are just... in the manuals, they do not look like frogs. The first time I think I ever came across one, I stared at it and was like, what is that? But now I obviously know, yes, these are frogs. This is what Lego make them look like. So, those bits all done. Checking the focus. Checking where we're going next. So, one of those there as well. Is Froggy still going to be in shot? He is. He can go in a minute then. He can do a nice big turn to introduce himself to the world of the castle. This is going to slow down slightly by having this brick's going down in 3. And there we go. He's going to... So here we go. Froggy is going to... Ah, actually, better idea. Don't put Lego in your mouth. You might chew it. It might be bad. Delete that. So what I'm going to do, split second here, to have a flower piece. Now this will be 1/24th of a frame, so you will not know that's a flower piece. Followed by a frog piece, followed by a frog piece halfway, and frog piece on top, and frog piece landing. I mean, I didn't add any and it's tiny movement just to finish off. You know what, I'm going to have a quick look at that. You can't see this. Yeah, and now, so if you haven't worked it out, what I just did was made a frog jump out of the water. One of my friends told me that he loved it whenever I made the stop motion come to life more, like have the figures move around, have them like the spear dinging the stone in one of the old castle builds I did. It keeps that interest up. Right, now, so I don't know if you can see, but the focus is very much at the back and not at the front. So I'm going to build round here, change focus as we come across here, and finish all this bit off for this bag. Might call that a day, we'll see. See what, we've been an hour already. As much as I want to keep going, I get tired. No, I don't get tired from just building, but yeah. I'll probably need to look and plan a bit for the next piece. I probably should have done these 2 bags together. Just going a bit quiet as I just try and speed through this piece. wonder if there's a record for stop motion building. Right, how is a record for... Oh, where's my focus wheel? There we go. Right, there's a record for building the Millennium Falcon in a certain time. There should be a record for producing a whole stop motion of a set. That's what I need. That would really inspire me to just really speed these builds up a bit. I'm doing sort of a dominoes effect here actually. So now I'm going to be laying 2 bricks at once. I'm just concentrating. It's hard because I'm not following the instructions. I'm looking ahead and I'm like, that piece isn't there yet. Where's that piece come in? Working out exactly how it came in, what it did, what it looked like, and then where it should be. So when I say domino effect, I've now split. I've come down here and it's split into 3 builds. A bit like if you have a set of dominoes and you've moved them all across. And this, again, apart from speeding up the build, it will just add to the interest, adds like, oh, something else is happening in this video now. Right, so those 3 are all going to get pushed down. And then we need to go back and remember that we're building. So 1 goes there. Then what's happening here? Right, so where's that in relation to that? That's going there. That's going there. There's a gap. Okay. And there's nothing more happening over that side, is there? Right, so pop that one down. Pop that one down. Oh, that's quite random how that's sort of come about, but now with having 2 flower pieces go down at the same time. So flower piece 1, flower piece 2, take photo. This piece here. Oh, yeah, well, I'm running out of battery on my phone as well, apparently. So we might well be coming to an end of today's stop motion build. You know what, because we're back to the freeze, this is just going to do that. Then we're going to have this piece and this piece and a barrel. And it says, at last, the dungeons. What wonderful cells can be made here. What was that barrel in the original plans? There you go, do you like my voice? Hope you do, because it's the one I've got for the rest of my life. Right, gonna check I've actually laid every brick down. Now we're starting work on the tree. This is really cool. So the Forestman set, which came as a gift with purchase for this set, had this awesome black tree in it. I've got it up there. I might get it down in a bit. It says request for it. Sorry, working out what's going on. When did that go down? Where was this piece? Okay, so that's all one, so that's going to go there. And actually, we're coming back. This is going to look, I'm hoping, look really cool. So it's sort of all coming back together now. Don't you roll off, you one by one tube. Right. So that's doing that. And then we're getting a, so this is obviously supposed to be a root, I'm guessing. And then we need another one by one tube just here. These two can go down. Take photo. Then this is going to go here. And at the same time, we're going to do the back piece, which is going to bring it up to, so that's going to almost look like one piece. So we're now going to move back to one piece at a time because this domino effect sort of thing has happened. It's all come back to one. And I've got two pieces left that should probably be in the set somewhere. So I just need to work out where they're going. I think I'm going to see if I can build the tree. Right. So, the joys of not following the instructions. There are now two pieces, which I need to work out where they're going and where they're from. Ah, it's easy. Easy peasy. Click. Click. What I'm thinking here is a complete angle change. So we've been flowing the castle around, turning it around, making it look really cool. But there's two things I can do here. I can skip really far forward in this. So if I get this manual back up, I hope you can sort of see that somehow. You should be able to. Bag 15 looks like it's going to ignore this tree for quite some time. Let's have a look. Oh look, forestman stuff going into that little cave. In fact, we are not touching the tree again. So my thought was I was going to have angle change and have it looking up as a tree built, but apparently not. So do I want to continue? That is a question. Because I think we need to turn and set again. And I'm not sure about doing that at the moment. There's a bat in here. Two bats. See, what I think needs to happen now is I need to come lower with the camera. I'm too high. But I also think this is going to take a little while, so I might try and do this one tomorrow. What I'm going to do It was really strange. I had no spare parts out of that bag. That's the second time I think in this build it's happened. Or was that the X-Wing? I mean, I know I dropped some stuff on the floor, but I've actually had no spare parts. I'm just going to 2-second break. Feel free to chat along if you are watching. I've seen the numbers go up and down a bit tonight. But you're all really quiet. No one's talking. Is it because you just want me to get on with the build, or you're scared I bite? Because I promise I don't. Alright, oops. I've actually lost track of my own build. Right, what I'll do actually while that's playing, these are the minifigures so far. The next bag does not have a minifigure. Again, can you see those on the GoPro? Yeah, you should be able to. And I was looking at these, I was looking at reviews of these as well, and actually they're really cool. So the Baker has his own proper face, which is really cool. The Forestman I've got has got a wonky moustache. He's literally, his moustache is off to the right, that way. And then the Lion Knights themselves, the updated Lion Knights, they look so cool. Their little tunics and just the finer detail which is on the minifigure is just awesome. It's amazing how far in 30 years Lego has come. I mean, obviously it's been 30 years, but just the quality now is amazing. Right. Shall we do it? Shall we do it? It's weird, it's really far behind actually today. I have got somewhere a Lion Knight, an old Lion Knight, Crusader Knight to compare. Right, where should we build next? It looks like it starts over there. So I start bag 15. I'm going to have to probably finish it tonight, and I don't necessarily have an hour, which is generally what each bag is taking. It's just so blocky and bitty the way they're doing this. Just build one side then the other, please. Please, Lego, otherwise it takes me forever. I think I might try and build up this left-hand side. As much as I can. Or maybe I do the right. I'm thinking. Sorry, it's very boring to watch me think. Let's do it. Let's crack open bag 15. Not too many parts. Let's get rid of the minifigures. You can see those later. And let's just close that up. Whoops. Right, I'm just going to dull my phone down so that actually. Sorry, just got to answer messages. Because everybody does. Right. I've actually lost 5 minutes basically by not deciding to do this bag first. Let's go. Bag 15. Cracking it open and pouring it in. Now, I really love, like I said already, that there are Little bats in here. The Fright Nights, which had bats in. Okay. Fright Nights, which had bats in, were the best. I love that faction. It was a bit of a controversial faction for LEGO, but I think it was awesome. It really, really was. Move that stuff out of the way. And now, another movement. Let's just slightly move this. Another little movement. Just wondering how much blue tack is going to appear as we move this. There's one piece of white tack already trying. Right, and what I want to start doing, I'm going to loosen this off. So I'm just going to move it again. Get the white tack and the blue tack out of the way. Sit on my pile over here. Now sometimes these movements don't work. They don't go to plan. Yes, like that was way too much movement in that last one. So what I'm going to do is just delete it. And I've actually moved the camera back slightly again. And I think it was too much movement because I adjusted the camera in two directions at the same time. I'm just going to take my time over this as I go because although I'm lowering the camera, I don't want to get it too low. No, I don't want it to have blue tack showing through either. And then last little movement and the last bit of lowering the camera. And I'm just going to tighten everything up as I do. So Okay, we've done a little bit too much there. And just actually hold it in place. Here we go. And just get that focus nice and crisp again. There we go. And away we go. Let's start building. I'm going to use this angle for a minute and then I'm going to turn it around again. The reason I'm saying this is because we're going to do some fast building now. Before this brick drops, I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm really exaggerating them. I'm putting down a brick and then putting something down, and then I'm getting a bit of momentum going here. So it's going to have gone for that sort of fairly slow turn, and then suddenly it's going to speed up. And like I've said before, I just like... Oh, I haven't set down. I mean, it's probably fairly well held, but probably good to be sure. And as this window goes in, just check the angle of that. Yep. Window piece. Let's do that that way. There we go. Poke it through. Window pieces have to go in like that. It is a law. You have to have them closing the window as you do your set build. Alright, we'll just stop that 2 brick thing for a moment just because you can't see it otherwise. And this is a 3. Whoops. Okay. That's our window closed. Alright, where is next? Big long piece here. Same again. And same again here. So this is cool. We're going to be building up some really cool like arches and bits like that, I think. And let's just go back. That's the first. No, not that far. Gone too far. I've made a mistake here. I should have actually built up from the back again, like I normally do. But for whatever reason, my brain didn't tell me to do that. It's fine. It's only one mistake in a like ridiculously huge set. I'm sure I've made plenty of mistakes in the other bags I did ages, months ago, but who cares? It will look good. I promise. It will still look good at the end of the day. Oh, ball bag. So that has gone in that cap. Jesus. Right. Let's not do that again. There we go. Right, sorry, I am being a bit quiet now. I am smashing through. I want to do this bag tonight. I've now given myself a mission, which means I'm going to be on full. Oops. Full send mode of just build. And I love building like this sometimes. It's absolutely trying to build something as quick as you can. It can be a lot of fun. Obviously, a lot of mistakes are made, but as long as I'm not getting my hand in the shot, that is the main thing I hate, is when I look back and my hands are on the shots and there's nothing I can do about it at that point other than delete the frame and hope that you don't notice it, or just leave it in. But either, oh my god, does this piece just want to be on the floor? Either option is pretty rubbish, to be honest. Okay, I feel like I remember seeing something about this castle, and that this is a secret entrance. That definitely looks. Right. I'm going to add a funny in here. So, all of this section is in the wrong place. So what I'm going to do is have it all lift up, including this piece, and it's going to walk over. When I say walk, I literally mean it's going to shuffle over. Like so. Right, so lightly push down, and then it's going to fully push down. And there we go, that's how you hide a mistake. And you don't have to go back and correct it, you add it in as a feature. And yes, I do that at work all the time. Now, brick by brick, we will build this up. I have a feeling this is a secret cave. It's like a secret exit from the dungeon, because I'm sure I remember, I was about to start saying this a minute ago, I'm sure I remember seeing something about this. There we go, right. Right, in the manual, this has all been built up here as well, but I'm ignoring it, as I said before, because I don't want to build it yet. Now, there is some bits there I can probably do. What's the angle like? Yes. So, we've put that bit in. Now we want to put one of these in. Hold everything together. Probably worth just getting the focus a bit better on that. And then it's one of these little bricky boos. It's going this way around. And one of these. Yep. And then an arch over the window. Because you've got to have an arch over a window. And it's going to come towards us on the screen. This big long piece is going to, oh, he says it's going to go down in 3. So it sort of looks like it comes towards you almost. And then that, whoops, see me whacking the keyboard, not really hitting correctly. Probably not what I should be doing. Right. Then what? Must be an arch piece between these, yes. This is what I wanted to get to. Nope. Ah, right, there's another row. I was thinking I'd gone wrong, but I haven't. It's fine, don't panic. It's quite cool, it's like slightly offset, and it's just making it that extra bit cool. Yep. I did just change focus in the middle of that, which didn't look great, but right. And another one of these. There we go. And then a chunky brick behind it. I've got some more chunky bricks here. So actually, there is some other stuff going on over here, but I'm ignoring the manual, and I'm going to build my way for now, because I'm going to do another camera move in a little while, and I want to show off those bats getting built. And I really love the way they're making the rocks here and the sort of cave formation. It's awesome. Now I can't do that one yet because I haven't done the back. I'm not sure how or when all that got built. Okay, maybe. I was saying for the arched corner. I was really confused for a moment. Just for a moment. Right, so here somewhere. Yes. So in theory that piece will go there, but on top of a bat, which we're not doing yet. So this is just going to slow me up for a moment. So that's going there. And again, there's an arch piece and all sorts going here, so I haven't done any of that yet. I'm just ignoring it, and I will come back to it, hopefully, if I remember. And again, I'm just looking forward to see what happens next and ignoring stuff maybe I should do. So it's very much becoming a spot the difference here. Like, have I done this bit? Haven't I done this bit? Do I need to do it? Don't I? It's essentially where my mind is currently going in this build. And it's just to keep it in one place. Otherwise I'll be spinning set round, spinning back to you, spinning back. I've done it before. It doesn't look good. And the same over here. So we're going to put one of these in. Is that in focus? That's not in focus. And put one of those in. And one just here. And then I'm going to pop this piece in. Now I'm not going to put the bat in just yet. I'm going to leave that until later, until I rotate the set round. I'm just trying to work out what happened here and what it actually is. So that way. What about that? Put a brown on the opposite side. How are we doing time-wise? Pretty good. What about that? And then it's the reverse. So then it's this. Click down. Followed by this. There we go. And then it's 2. Yes. 2 by brick there. Again, it gets a bit confusing because you can't see the red outline. So you're just trying to work out what's going on. What have they actually done? And actually, the next piece is this, and it's like, oh, it's already there. So that's where it gets quite off-putting sometimes. And obviously, on the same build sheet, we're working over here, but we haven't done anything over here. We're not going to. Not yet, at least. So now, the difficult part. I'm going to turn the set back around to over here. So, I'm going to bring front of set to focus. And I'm going to wiggle it all free. And then we're just going to stick the set down. Hopefully without too much movement. Right, we need a bit more tack because wherever the tack has gone underneath, it is not sticking. Let's do this. I'll just try my hardest not to move the set. I can actually see there's a bit there. So I'm just going to add to that and then pull away the excess. And then take one more photo. This is bound. As always, a final bit of movement. I'm just going to do a tiny little last move, even though I've stuck it down, and then move it one more time just to slow down that ending piece. Right. Now I need to go back to the future. And we're going to start here, just because. Oh, I'm just going to make sure this is active. And actually, there's not a lot going on this side at the moment until we get to here. Right, what I'm going to do is add this piece in, which I'm hoping is really, really visible. I'm just going to change that focus. Yeah, that's it. Add that in. And then both of these can have these bits slide in upright I'll tell you. So that's 3 clicks to slide in. And then they're both going to have a backband on top of them. And then our bats are just going to rotate very slowly, because this is 24 frames per second. Which means if we did a clock moving around the hour hands, it would actually only take half a second. As in, if it went to 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this bat likes to fall off apparently. There we go. How cool is that? Bats in the dungeon. Thought you might just like to know. And then the piece we missed off earlier, which is this one, which I'm just going to add on. Whoops, before we put the arches on. Ah, hang on, where's this going? No, just stick out, that's fine. There we go. Oh dear, we've got another crying child tonight. Not quite sure what is wrong with her. Poor little mite. Right. I was not sure there if this was actually going to line up. Let's go. 1 arch. 2 arch. And then and my phone's died. So if you are talking, I will try and keep an eye on the chat. However, my phone has died, so I can't see it very well. Right. Oh, surely we should be able to do the other side of it as well. Yes, we most certainly should. So let's just get that. Right, I am going to finish this as quickly as possible now because I have got a child which is crying and I'm not quite sure if she's been seen to yet or not. So I'm just going to finish off these last few bricks, and what I'm going to do is just a scene change at the end of it. I've got one to go across there, which will hold this arch in. There we go. There go the bats, and then this piece. So I'm going to just do this bit a bit slowly for the whole push down. I'm just going to look to see if anything else happens in this bag on that side, and it doesn't. and we need to rotate to the front of the set. So we'll take an extra picture here just so you can get to enjoy it. And I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Just gonna actually just 1 minute. Right. There we go. Cool. The child has attention. There we go. Right. So we're just going to move this around one more time. Actually, it should be probably 2 more times. I just realised that my camera is actually casting really quite an annoying shadow. And also we can see some blue tack there, or white tack actually. Right, really push this down. There we go, that's quite secure. And yes, again we go back. But this time we're focusing on the front of house. So we're going to put some arches in here and then come around to this bit. And all I'm doing is I'm looking through to see what happens before the arches are built. It looks like we're fine. These are quite low actually. I thought they were going to be a bit higher than this. Oh, are we really in focus? And there we go, arches, just clicking down. And this one. And there we go. Now they're not aligned right now. They will become aligned as stuff happens. Right, so first off we're going to have a little brick come in there. That's quite a cool little arch actually. And we need the same tapping on the other side, however it's not built up. So where is it up to? That is a free. Where's a free brick? There's a free brick. Then we get a long brick here. Let's pop that one in. And a 2 brick here. And this is going to face outwards. I'm just going to shoot forward. Does anything happen to the arches? No. Sorry, really sorry. I'm just trying to work out exactly what's happened between these 2 pages. I've definitely missed something. There it is. Right. I was really baffled because it was sort of, there's a brick going on top. It's like, how is that there? It's not there. And it just, like I said, when you're jumping backwards and forwards, it does get confusing. And I am getting tired. I am old. I'm not too old. Not too old at all. Right. Then we get this one. Click. Then this one faces this away. In case that just slipped as I was about to put it down, it can go down in 3 and just slow down the build process. And then we're going to have this one. And then I think we have one more brick on top. Yep. Yes. And then we get the 3, and then we're going to do another turn. We know eventually that's going to come back together. Right, so this is going to loosen off again, and we just back to that rotation. And essentially we're coming back to where we started. But in the process we've been around this whole set, building slowly upwards. Right. I'm a few ahead, which is really confusing me. Right, so there's that. Yes. Let me put those ones on. And then we're here. I'm so close to the end of this. I can feel it. I can feel the end of this little section on its way. Just going to go back a few frames here. Made one little mistake. Stay, so I'll be done in a short while. I'm going literally about 5 minutes away. Huh? haven't done that right. I'm rushing now. That should go there. Is that correct? Really baffling sometimes when you look and you're like, I'm not quite sure what I'm looking at. Right. Just getting back to this. There we go. Right. I was just checking what it actually looked like and checking the chat because I can't see it now. So if you are speaking, apologies. My phone has died of death because I forgot to put it on charge. And this is one of these. No, it's not. What the hell is happening here? Why is that one of those? Right, apparently we're very wrong here. Very, very wrong. I'll take all that back off. Give myself an indicator. Take a blank photo. And work out what the hell I just did. Right, I think what I should have done is this. And this is probably why I was getting really confused a few minutes ago to what was going on. Because I was a level up where I shouldn't have been. And now it makes a bit more sense. Makes a lot more sense now. Like even these bits make sense. Look how close to the end we are now. You can sense it. Right, I'm probably gonna have to finish this in a little while. I might have to stop and have a little break for a few minutes. Tuck in there. Ah, hang on. Little green stud. Going on. And that. And that. And how are we doing? Oh, hello X-Bricks. Hello Vision. Sorry, my phone has died. Hang on. There you go. I'm not ignoring you. I'm just also trying to smash through the last few frames of this set. I can see it now. I'll just put it to the front of the screen for a minute. So only if I have to edit anything, I don't have to go back. Right, so this is now having one of these. How are you both doing today? Been a while since I spoke to you, X-Brooks, actually. There we go. And now, a little one just here, 1x3. Sort of looking, wondering how this is coming out, and I think it's looking good. Have you been doing many more videos? I haven't been off YouTube as such. I've just been not paying as much attention recently because I've been very, very, very busy. Right, nearly at the end of this bag. I do need to shoot as soon as I'm finished. I wasn't planning on doing 2 bags tonight. Yeah, well, this is bag 15 of this set, and I've got another, oh god, I can't even think. That doesn't go there. I've got another 11 to go, so there's a fair few more of these streams coming, which is going to be lots of fun because I can't wait to get this castle finished. I started this back in February. Is that, yeah, I've just seen you said hello on your other channel as well. What's that one about then? Here we go. Is that it? No, there's still some more piece there. And that's going there. Yes. Right, that one goes there. And then this is going here. Oh, hang on, before we do that, let's put this shield in. Forestman, oh dear, did not want that set to move. Let's take a photo, just because it moves slightly. And where am I going? So I've got that piece. I've got 2 little bits that I'm not quite sure where they're going. Are they going right at the top at the end? Okay. Now what I'm going to do, just zoom in slightly, get it in focus. I haven't played Minecraft in quite a while, so I was focusing on this movements I've done. Right, let me get that back on screen. One squad, you don't have to. Yeah, I'll go and have a look at it, I'll check it out. I haven't played Minecraft or watched any Minecraft videos in a while, so be interesting. Fair, that's up. Not been on YouTube a hell of a lot recently. Oh, that keeps moving, it's really annoying. I just need to check that. Okay, the whole set did move, but it's fine. Just going to stick this back down. Put a piece of blue tack right at the back here just to hold it. I've only got like 3 bricks to go, but the back of the set keeps just adjusting ever so slightly. Right, and then we're going to have a sword. Go in here. So this is going to go down like this. And then it can just slip round and be in its place. And then a bow. That should be nice and easy. That can again just slide in. Just gives us that motion. Makes it look really cool. Let's just get that chat back up. You just posted a video on X-Brooks first in 3 months. Yeah, that's what I felt like. I mean, I've been still been sort of getting 1 or 2 out a week, but I was nowhere near what I was a few months ago. It suddenly became a bit difficult to get anything finished. I've got several on the go at the moment, but I'll get there. There we go, and then one there. Can we see that still on the screen? Yep. One there, and then one there. Just as this is the last couple of bricks, I'm just going to do them a bit slowly. Then, God, no spare parts on this one. Again, or one spare part, one spare pan handle thing. Go, start to push that down, and then push it down. And there we go. That is bag 14 and 15 done in just over 2 hours. 2:13 to be precise. So I do need to go now and get some rest. But anyway, I'm planning to probably do another one over the weekend, so either Saturday night or Sunday night. I'm actually visiting a real castle on Saturday, so I might be very inspired to come and build this one. We've also got a minifigure next time, so look out for that. I might build that in a separate live stream or a separate video, we'll see. I am releasing these bag by bag as well. Next stream X-Bricks will be, I think, Saturday night, potentially, if not Sunday. I will schedule it earlier in the day, depending when I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm hoping to get this castle done in the next couple of weeks. We'll see. But yeah, probably Saturday night if I'm back early enough and it's not too bad. Anyway, I am going to go now, so I'll see you next time. Like I said, going to release it bag by bag. I've just done bag 5 and 6, I think. So 7, 8, 9. I feel like we're all as one section, so that might be coming next. That'll be coming next day or two. Plus the minifigures, they're on the way. See you next time. See ya.